If you're ambitious but lazy, do this. Use AI as your personal assistant. You don't have to do everything manually. AI can handle the boring stuff while you focus on what matters. Struggling with assignments? Let AI summarize, rephrase, or break down complex topics. Need ideas for a project? Use it to brainstorm. Writing an essay? Get AI to generate a rough draft, then refine it yourself. And here's something most people don't do. Use AI as a debate partner. Ask it a question, challenge its answer, and sharpen your thinking. Unlike your friends, artificial intelligence won't get tired or annoyed. But don't just copy-paste results. Artificial intelligence is not perfect. It speeds things up, but your job is to add the human touch. Make it sound like you, double-check facts, and tweak things where needed. The point isn't to be lazy, it's to be efficient. Smart people don't work harder. They leverage tools. So if you're serious about your ambitions, but don't want to waste energy on repetitive tasks, start using AI the right way. Practical steps. First, use artificial intelligence to summarize complex topics instead of reading everything. Second, debate with AI. Ask a question, argue against its answer, and refine your thinking. Third, generate a rough draft for essays or reports, then personalize it. Finally, always fact-check AI's output and add a personal touch. Use AI for repetitive tasks. Some tasks don't require deep thinking, just execution. Instead of wasting time doing them manually, let AI handle the heavy lifting. Writing an essay, email, or report. Don't start from scratch. Get AI to generate a rough draft, then tweak it to fit your style. The hardest part of writing is getting started, and AI eliminates that roadblock. You still need to refine it, but at least you're not staring at a blank page. If you code, AI is a game changer. It can generate boilerplate code, fix errors, or suggest improvements in seconds. Instead of searching Stack Overflow for hours, just ask AI and move on. It won't replace real coding skills, but it speeds up the process so you can focus on solving problems instead of typing repetitive lines. The goal isn't to be lazy, it's to optimize your workflow. The less time you spend on repetitive tasks, the more energy you have for things that actually matter. Practical steps. First, generate an initial draft for emails, essays, or reports and refine it. Second, use AI coding assistants to debug, optimize, and generate boilerplate code. Third, automate simple tasks like data entry, scheduling, or note summaries. Finally, use AI to create social media captions or content outlines in seconds. Use templates. Stop wasting time. Stop trying to reinvent the wheel. If something already works, use it. Templates exist for a reason, to save time and effort. Need to create a presentation? Grab a template. Tweak the colors and focus on the content. Designing something? Use a pre-made layout instead of starting from a blank canvas. Even for coding, why write everything from scratch when proven templates are available? Smart developers reuse efficient code instead of wasting time rewriting the same functions. The key is customization. Don't just copy-paste blindly, adjust it to fit your needs. Templates give you a solid foundation, but your input makes it truly effective. Efficiency beats originality when the goal is execution. Instead of spending hours formatting, designing, or structuring, start with what works and improve from there. Practical steps. First, use slide templates instead of designing presentations from scratch. Second, grab pre-made code snippets or frameworks instead of rewriting basic functions. Third, customize email or report templates to fit your needs instead of typing everything manually. Finally, for design work, modify existing templates to maintain efficiency. Learn the way that works for you. There's no one right way to learn. The trick is figuring out what works best for you and sticking with it. If reading books helps you focus, do that. If you absorb information better by listening, try podcasts or audiobooks. Prefer a more engaging format? Watch videos. The point isn't how you learn, it's whether the information sticks. If you're a visual thinker, mind mapping can help. Instead of drowning in walls of text, organize ideas into a simple diagram. This makes complex topics easier to understand and remember. The biggest mistake? Forcing yourself to study the way others do. Some people can grind through textbooks for hours, while others retain more by watching a 10-minute video. Pick the method that fits your brain, and learning becomes 10 times easier. Practical steps. First, Test different learning styles: reading, watching videos, listening to podcasts. Second, use AI to turn text into audio if you prefer listening over reading. Third, create mind maps to visually connect ideas and improve retention. Finally, summarize what you've learned in a few sentences to reinforce understanding. Focus on what actually matters. Not everything is worth your time. Just because you're busy doesn't mean you're making progress. The key is to filter out the noise and focus on what actually moves you forward. In school, not every subject will be useful for your future. In work, not every task contributes to real results. The trick is identifying the 20% of things that give you 80% of the impact. If something doesn't push you toward your goals, question if it's even worth doing. Stop spreading yourself too thin. Instead of trying to master everything, go all in on the few things that will actually pay off. Efficiency isn't about doing more. It's about doing the right things. Practical steps. First, identify the 20% of tasks that bring 80% of the results. Second, cut out distractions like meaningless tasks or unnecessary commitments. Third, track your progress weekly to see what's actually moving you forward. Finally, learn only the essential parts of a subject instead of memorizing everything. Trick your brain into starting. Getting started is the hardest part. Your brain hates big tasks, but small ones? Easy. So instead of thinking, I have to read for 30 minutes, just tell yourself, I'll read one paragraph. One paragraph leads to two, then a page. Before you know it, you're deep into the book. The same trick works for anything. I'll write one sentence, I'll do one push-up, I'll study for 5 minutes. Most of the time, once you start, you keep going. The real enemy isn't laziness, it's overthinking. So stop waiting to feel motivated. Lower the barrier, take the first step, and momentum will handle the rest. Practical steps. First, set ridiculously small goals. Read one paragraph, write one sentence. Second, use a timer. Work for just 5 minutes, then decide if you want to continue. Third, stack habits. Attach a small task to an existing habit. For example, read while drinking coffee. Finally, remove friction. Keep books, notebooks, or tools within easy reach.